NihilAnand here. Let's wait for a few more people. We're talking about conclusion is confusion and why that is so. And I'm sitting on the terrace with a desolate background, as desolate as my life. And that's it. Let's wait for some people and then we'll try and understand. Basically, we're talking today about thought. Okay, what is thought? What are thoughts? These are two different things. What are there types of thinking, or is there just is there just thinking in itself? Can you just think about things? What angle should you think about things? These things that we are going to go through, but we'll wait a little bit for a few more people. Okay, let's go. All right. So we want to understand, if you make a conclusion, right? Why have I called it confusion? Okay, why do I say that conclusion is basically confusion, right? So let's talk about it. First, when we say there are types of thinking, right? So this guy thinks this way, this guy thinks that way, the other guy thinks that way. Most of what we are talking about is not actually a thought. Okay, it's not even a thought process. It is simply a bunch of conclusions. Okay, if you say he thinks this way, specific person thinks this way, we're only talking about a bunch of his conclusions. Okay, how did his or her conclusions, how did they conclude that particular fact? Because they have thought about it, and most of that thought has been given from the ancestors, has been taken from the surroundings. Okay, there are no types of thinking, there is only types of no thinking. Now I'll explain to you this. Okay, when you're talking about thinking, right, thinking is a continuous process, right? So when you are thinking about something, you never come to a conclusion. In fact, you should, as a thought thinking person, never come to a conclusion about anything. You should continuously think about it. The reason is there are angles, okay, and there are angles within angles. There are intentions, there are people's, there's a history, there is context, okay, and you're consistently discovering new things, just like science does. Okay, when you're looking at some life in a scientific fashion, you're continuously discovering newer and newer things. The moment you make a conclusion, okay, and you say this is what it is, right, some new fact comes and it will confuse you. So with most people, they made a conclusion about life, okay, that they say life has a meaning and this is the meaning of my life. Let's say family. Now if the whole family dies in a car crash, you're depressed, right? Where are you in life? You're nowhere, right? So all your cause, all your reason to live is gone. This base conclusion is what confuses most people, what destroys most people, which drives them to child is there. That's a whole different thing. A child can be messed up in various ways because it has no idea. But as an adult, okay, you have to first look at this point where conclusion, okay, is leading to confusion. If you conclude something, there will always be new facts. Like they concluded that the Homo sapiens left Africa 70,000 years ago. Now they've revised it to 150,000 years ago. Okay, so they've almost doubled it, right? They've more than doubled it actually. So this way, science is continuously evolving. Okay, we are continuously finding new findings, and the truth is, history is never one block. Nothing is one block. You can never come to the physical truth of things, okay, because you can come to 80% of the truth, 90% of the truth, but finally, it is just points of view, right? So you can never ever try and conclude. Now, there are facts, okay, there is a fact, like the fact is that I am doing this live, but then the truth is very different. Like different people are seeing it from different places. I'm in a certain place, y'all are in a certain place. Different people are listening to different things that I'm saying. Okay, I'm talking from one point of view, maybe someone else is understanding something else, and then we all meet and we conclude something else, right, completely different from what I said. Maybe I don't even realize certain things that I am saying that are making sense to you in a very different way, and then when you tell me this, I'll be like, wow, this is amazing, right? So you have to look at life continuously as a continuous discoverer. See, there is more thought. Okay, you've thought a lot about things. There is deep thought, there is less thought, there is shallow thought, okay, but there are no types of thinkings, there are only types of conclusions. So when you say, oh, that's the way he thinks, no, that's the way he thought long ago, and that is the conclusion that he has kept throughout. Okay, so rich people, smart people will always take advantage of this. The moment you are not ready to take in more information, okay, or even if you are, you're only ready to take one option, one, two, and three. You're not even willing to consider there are 50 other options, right? That thought people will always take advantage of. Religion will always take advantage of. Politicians will always take advantage of. And they, when they say, there's this very famous thing: if you take away their god, they will make you the god. Why is that? Because they've already made a conclusion that there is a god. Who is on the top does not matter. Okay, they've already made a conclusion that there is someone who's taking care of us. It could be someone else, or it could be you, right? So then that is what the whole dilemma of humanity is, that we've concluded something, but there can never be a conclusion. And if you're talking about the truth, okay, if you're talking about what truly is, you cannot talk about it, firstly, right? The real truth, if you're experiencing life as it is, you can only experience it. You cannot talk about it, okay? You cannot really describe it in words. You cannot really debate it. It simply is, which is why really wise people become really silent, because there's nothing to say. What can you say about the truth? Okay, but otherwise, all physical realities, all words, all types of existences, everything that happened is simply an illusion, is simply an idea that we give a this to. Words are especially, empty. Now, and always be ready to discover new things. And your very vocabulary should change from "I know this" to "this is what I know," based on the current evidence, based on what I have heard or read or seen. Okay, even when you're seeing something, even when you're an eyewitness, you're only witnessing one angle to it, right? That angle is, may not have context, may not have the truth, may not know exactly what happened. If someone stabs someone, there are so many contexts to it. Why did they do that? Was it in self-defense? Okay, was there a whole history of abuse behind that, etc.? That is what the law tries to come towards, to the conclusion of. Do you understand? All right, so that's it. That's my topic for now. I think, wow, that was pretty fast, 7 minutes. Yes, words are illusion, sab maya hai. I agree. I'm taking questions. I hope you have seen my Hindi live on what is it called? Uh, Black Sheep Academy. I hope apparently a lot of people liked it, and they also liked my Hindi. So I'm like very proud of myself. I'm like, I can speak finally. All right, because my Hindi is very Bombay. It's like very, it's got a Bombay tang to it, which is very like it's not pure. So like, or whatever pure means, even that is an illusion. All right, shall we go ahead for questions, guys? Any questions, or then I just shut it? Sab maya hai. Words are definitely illusions, guys. Like, words are simply something that we, a bunch of sounds that we say. Even your name is a bunch of sounds, right? And that you agreed to be called by that, and that you, or your parents have agreed for you, or that words have, or we've agreed that words mean something. So what are words? They are nothing. Especially when someone says words to you. It's very interesting. I have these people, these roommates are from the village of my roommates of mine are from villages, and they take things so seriously. Like, any words you say to them, any, even if you abuse them, they take it so seriously that it's very interesting to see, and I'm really having a lot of fun destroying their illusions. Like, it's really it's a task. You don't seem like a real person, you're really smart. Okay, if you insist. Talk about Advaita. Ooh, Advaita. Oh, I've been studying Advaita through Acharya Prashant. I bought one book also recently. It is a very small book on Advaita. It's simply telling you to look at things as they are. Look at things as they are. There is no nonsense. And it's questioning you. Okay, you say that you exist. How do you know that you exist? So it is entirely based on knowledge. It's entirely based on what they call gyan, and it is entirely it's questioning who you are. You are saying that the world exists, but who are you? Do you know you exist? Are you the proof of the existence of the world? That is what it is trying to say. Where are you? What place? I keep saying Sion. I live in Sion, Mumbai. How many times do you have to say it, man? Stop asking. You can keep on speaking in front of the camera. I did it once. It feels really weird. How can you keep on speaking in front of the camera? Oh, it took practice. I was really awkward initially. Initially when we used to shoot NihilAnand, I was very awkward, and it was very like, oh, what do I say? I would mess up the words. I would say random things in between. I would stop talking. Then it became practice, and then I started doing lives, and I became even better because I could not screw up, right? Even then I screwed up, and then whatever it is, just keep doing it. There is consistency. I think my next life is going to be on consistency. It was a very important this it's a very important people don't value consistency, and the reason the consistency is very simple, right? If there is a bowl, okay, and you're regularly putting in a little bit of energy, it's like uh, after a point it'll become a large amount of energy. Even if you're putting 2 units of energy a day, eventually it'll become a large amount of energy, and then everyone will come and feed off of it. For example, my videos, I'd made some 200-300 videos went viral. Then people started discovering my videos. Then they were like, oh my god, these videos are interesting. Some went, some came, some went. Then it became sort of this. So if you consistently do something little every day, it is so important. You can never put a value to it. Okay? In Buddha's Shunyavad similar to nihilism. Is Buddha's Shunyavad similar to nihilism? Yes, it is nihilism. Okay, like I've read so many commentaries on Buddhism where they say Buddhism is basically nihilism. Okay, maybe they are taking different paths, maybe they are using different words, but the point is that you are zero and you'll always be zero. There is nothing else. Okay, if you go deep inside yourself, you'll realize there is nothing. Even the watcher himself is nothing. Okay, I recently experienced myself as the watcher without me knowing. I was not aware of it, but I was just the watcher watching my life. Okay, and that's when I realized, like, wow, this is so amazing. Okay, but then I looked at the watcher, and then the watcher is just nothing. It's simply nothing. Okay, everything that this is simply coming from this idea that I am so important, that I am so great. Okay, you once said that you are an existentialist. Yes, I'm an existentialist. I'm like, see, I don't know much about existentialist philosophy because I don't agree with it in general. But if you say that I exist, right, and you're just enjoying life, you're not thinking much about it, that is existentialism. I think I've gone beyond existentialism because I've come down to nihilism and even ethylism for that matter, where you say that okay, it's all nothing. Existentialism is more like enjoy, but there is nothing to enjoy. What is there to enjoy? Okay, you're pushing your own chemicals, right? You're pushing your own chemicals. I'm creating my own chemicals. So what am I enjoying outside except for me, right? I'm only enjoying myself. Does your family watch your videos? Oh, I hope not, man. I mean, they've already abandoned me because of my videos. So I'm sure, I won't be surprised if few of my cousins watch my videos. But my aunts and uncles are just like they're on their own cocaine trip. Like they are so deeply in illusion. I cannot. I've told you all this before. I once questioned the Samuel family. Samuel is my family, the surname. And I said, like, what are y'all? Y'all have not achieved anything. And they went ballistic, like, and what is a Samuel family? Just a concept, right? So for them, they were like, no, genes, we have the best genes and all. I'm like, what nonsense, man. Like, stop bullshitting yourselves. If you're an existentialist, then why is your name NihilAnand? Actually, I'm a nihilist. Okay, existentialist. I must have once said I was an existentialist because it was like at that time I was enjoying life. I was enjoying the fame. I was enjoying the money, whatever was coming in. Right now, I've become completely nihilistic. Okay, so where does this arise from? If you are zero, why are you doing this? Okay, because I see others and I feel bad for them. I'm like, you guys are so deeply in your bullshit. Like, for example, when my thing went viral, okay, so many women messaged me saying, we've stopped our IVF cycles. We've decided not to have kids. We've decided to go around the world and chill. Okay, what more do you want? You didn't know you were suffering. That is why I'm telling you. Right? And if you still think you're not suffering, then go ahead and live your life. Don't listen to me. So many people have chosen not to. There's a Christian organization in the US. They've declared me enemy. Like they're like, this guy should, die. Kind of thing. So it's just a point of view. Though my point is, what do you want? You want peace? Okay, you want happiness, right? Most people are not peaceful and happy. Why are there so many wars? These are just a projection of our bullshit, right? Why you think people in China are happy working in the iPhone factories? Bullshit, nonsense. But the problem is that they have ideas that are keeping them in that jail. Okay. Similarly, in India, most people are not happy. They think they are happy, but they are not happy. When you ask them 3 questions about their life, they'll go ballistic. All right. So it's my point is my definition of happiness, and I realized this recently, is that if you know everything about your life and you know exactly what you want to do about it, and you're doing it, then you're happy, right? What else could happiness be? Right? It's not necessarily a chemical. It is just a smoothness of existence. Now, most people are not existing smoothly. Why is that? Why does most people's days take away energy from them. My day energizes me. I teach students, I beat them, I shout at them. It's so fun. And then they thank me and pay me. Okay, so that is a very energetic day. Most people's day kills them. Kills them. Why is that? Because they don't firstly they don't want to exist. Secondly, they are not doing what makes them happy. First, find what makes you happy and then work towards it. Now, it's not that hard. All of you have a brain. Some people in the world do not, okay, but most of you have the ability and the brains, and if you all have the hunger, nothing like it. Okay, like I don't even have the hunger, but I'm still living. Why is that? Because why not? Why the hell not? We can choose to have kids or not, but not animals. How can they become extinct from this suffering? Ooh, I don't know. In a way, no, becoming an ethicist. I'm saying this is our responsibility to end this. How? I don't know yet. I've not yet made a plan, but we shall see. Like animals will always be trapped. I feel, and even if we unless we make the earth so uninhabitable that everything goes extinct, which I don't think is possible. Okay, not with the energy we have, not with the technology we have. It's very, very difficult. So it's going to go on, man. This nonsense is going to go on until the sun explodes, basically. Okay. Anything else? Wow. Okay. Like I am the watcher watching my like. This is so good. People are responsible for their own being, the way they are in and position they survive in. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. People are responsible. See, unless you're physically restrained somewhere, that's a whole different thing. Okay. But most people aren't, right? Most people are generally free. They've got a certain amount of freedom. So yes, you are responsible and you are actually watching. The you within you is watching. Your body gets tired, your mind gets tired. The you never gets tired. It is simply there. It is just watching. Okay. And when you become attached to nonsense, right? Automatically the you will get disturbed. But it's still watching. It's like watching a movie. You know, you can get disturbed and you can watch a pleasant movie. And in fact, when the you is completely in control, it can direct the movie. Like literally, you're just like, okay, I want to feel sad today. I want to feel angry today. I want to feel happy today. Okay, and then you attract those things in your life. Not just attract, you work towards them. You get those things done. All right. So yeah, that is how things work. Like you are in charge. All right, I'll take one more question and then we can conclude today. Then I'll be coming on Sunday for the Hindi live on Black Sheep Academy. Whoever likes Hindi, please come there and please come with your questions ready. Okay, like please don't take time questioning. I'll and please write it. If you all cannot write in English, write in Hindi. Okay, and I will just like I'll answer them properly. Oh Lord. All right. Did we get what I meant by conclusion and confusion? I just hope that I made that part clear. That it's a bad idea to conclude anything. Okay, always check. And now you have Google. Yeah? Like what is there to conclude? Just check now, and admit that okay, I don't know. I did not know earlier. Now I know something better. You're always knowing. You're always knowing. That's how life is. Okay, and that's generally my this wherever I go I try to make it into a exchange of information because people know things that I don't know and I know things that they don't know. Okay, so it's just that we exchange these things consistently. What do I do for a living? Please go to my video saying why is Nihil. Okay, I've explained it all. I'm not going to tell you again. I'm not going to answer on a live what I do for a living. I'm tired of answering. Okay, I'll take your leave. Thank you so much for showing up. I'll see you all on Sunday on Black Sheep Academy at 9 p.m. Okay, unless I have some emergency, I'll put it up on the channel. Thank you so much. Bye.